All right, is this recording? I think it is. Hold on, let me check something real quick. Sorry. Okay, good. I'm here to review my Prem predictions at the beginning of the season. Let's just
Prem the Boxler.
start this real quick. I'm here to review my Prem predictions. What I remember, and I haven't looked at these yet. These were god awful. I don't remember having great predictions. But I don't really remember anyone having great predictions. I don't think anyone really did that well. Um, like at least like on YouTube and stuff like that. I don't think anyone really did that great. But I'm gonna be keeping track. I'm gonna react to my Prem predictions. I'm gonna comment on what the hell I was talking about. And then I'm going to have a count going on. So if, let's say I predict a team to get first and they get 20th, I will add 19 points. So that's how it's going to work. Hold on. I'm trying to get the counter ready. All right, there we go.
I am ready to
Let's just
get this over with. I'm very excited though. I'm very excited for the
let's
season. I
watch
think the
this. I
season is
mean,
going to be great. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And
all right, can we get to the
any other signing is really not impressed. First, obviously, that's the amount of teams in the
Oh
Prem
my
right now.
god, I
In
fucking
20th place, as much as I want to be wrong about this, it's going to be Burnley.
Okay.
Burnley have not made.
So I put Burnley 20th. Sorry. I'm so underprepared here. I got to get the table up. All right, Burnley got 19th. So I get 1 point there. I was basically correct though. Okay, it came out into the final day. If Wolves beat Burnley on that final day, Burnley would have been 20th. And I think everyone in the coming into the season knew Burnley were fucking ass. Burnley were shit. So I didn't think that would have been too crazy. But you know what? Actually, no. Never mind. I don't think that's too crazy to say Burnley or 20th because everyone knew
Like
Burnley were going
any
to be
good
20th.
signings this transfer window, they got
All
Kyle.
right, can we just comment? By the way, can we just comment? Looking at this old video, look how fucking fat I used to be. Like I just used to be so fucking fat. Now, I mean, I'm still fat, but like it's to a lesser degree right now. Like it's kind of crazy, like the transformation that I made from really fat to like really fat to really fat.
Walker
Like
on
that's
loan or
actually a
some
great
shit.
transformation.
He's gonna be awful. Let's just be honest. The brother is not fit for the Prem.
True,
Any other signing has really not impressed me.
true.
Yeah, I'm gonna
They were
just
pretty bad. They
throw
were
him in
pretty
20th.
bad the entire season. They had a good
Inshallah, we're
defense,
balling.
but it was like
Next
the
month,
opposite of the Vincent
yeah,
Company
20th
season, kind of.
or Islamic, whatever. The thing is, 19th is Sunderland.
Oh, oh, that's bad. So Sunderland finished above Chelsea this season. I'm pretty sure they finished. Oh, they finished seventh. So that's 12 points. Wait, it's 19 minus seven. That's 12 points. Um, wow, that is fucking ass. That is disappointing. That is really disappointing. I don't know what happened. Their signings were all really good. The thing is, though, is the last like 2 or 3 seasons, every team that got promoted got relegated. So I looked at like last year Burnley or like 2 years ago Burnley, and I was like, you know what? Vincent Company's a great coach. I love the team. I really like the signings. They're probably gonna get like 15th or 14th, and then they get like 19th or whatever they got. Or looking last year and looking at Ipswich, I thought Ipswich were actually pretty good. Like I actually really liked the team. At the time, I liked Liam Delap. I thought Alex Palmer was a good goalkeeper. I liked Leaf Davis. I think they might still be at the club, but I liked the team, and then they get like 19th. So I just didn't trust any of the promoted teams to stay up. And I think 18th is probably going to be Leeds. It's like it's just the sign of the times, bro. Like obviously next season I'm going to come in with a bit of a more open mind, but here like I just thought like the level of the Prem was too high. Like the barrier of entry was way too high.
Again, they made a couple of good signings. Actually, I give him that. Granit Xhaka was a very good signing
Okay,
for that
that was
team.
true.
He's
Way
kind
better
of
than I thought it
proven.
would have been.
Maybe not proven, but he has Prem experience. Played at Arsenal. Very good player. Was very good at Leverkusen, but he's getting old now. I don't see him playing a full 90 in the Prem. That was
That
yawning.
was
I
not
don't really
a
know how
good
good he's
prediction.
going to do. They also bought a couple of other midfielders to play next to him. They did lose Joe Bellingham, who is was championship player of the season, player of the
All right,
season.
let's
And
just skip
18th
this.
we have
Okay, I
Leeds.
put Leeds 18th. That makes sense. Leeds got 14th, which honestly seems kind of crazy because I thought Leeds were way better. Like I feel like every week Leeds were taking points off of a Big Six team. I mean that's not one of them's Tottenham, but uh, yeah, Leeds got 14th. I put them 18th, so that is 4 points for me. Again, very disappointing. Um, not doing great so far. The Burnley prediction was correct, but these other two, same logic. I just not
This
believe
team
in
just
them.
really isn't that great. These three teams just really aren't that great. Uh, and even though my 17th team is like got really bad over this transfer window,
True.
I just don't
Well,
see
I
that
don't.
quality
I mean, I
being
saw it
as
was
bad
Brentford, which
as what they
is
got in
really
18th right
disappointing.
now. Leeds, you're not good. You're not good. You're not even great. I do want you to succeed though. I would love these three teams to stay in the Prem, but let's
I'm
be honest.
really
I mean,
glad
Leeds
these two
have had a good
stayed.
transfer window. They've
I'm
been
really,
buying
really glad.
some tall motherfuckers. They've been buying some good
All right, let's just skip. I
early
don't
Prem
need yours. Okay,
predictions.
I put Brentford 17th. God, this quality is fucking horrible. I put Brentford 17th, which I'm pretty sure they got Europa League, maybe, or oh no, actually they didn't even get Europe. I mean, they were higher than Chelsea, but they didn't even get Europe. They got ninth. I remember they were getting like they were in like seventh place for a little bit. I mean, we got to remember at the beginning of the season, they were like they lost Embuemo, which I thought was a huge loss. They lost Christian Nogard, who was their captain. They lost Johan Wissa, who was like they lost their two best attackers, and then they lost their manager Thomas Frank, who I thought was insane. Obviously, he was not that great. Um, and now they got Keith Andrews, and it looks like Keith Andrews is better. So everything looked like Bournemouth were going down, or at least going to get a lot worse. And we've seen this happen. This has happened before. They lost Ivan Tony, and they dropped down a couple places. I think they got like 14th or something. But, or no. I think it was the season they got Ivan. I don't remember. I think they might have lost Ollie Watkins, and then I don't even remember. But I remember there was one season where, yeah, they stood in that like 10th to like 12th range, and then one season they got like 15th or something like that because they lost some of their good players. So I thought that was going to happen again. I thought they were going to stay up though. They're very, they're still like a very good created team. But honestly, like this has kind of convinced me that Brentford, no matter what happens to their squad, maybe like a really pivotal piece leaves, they're gonna be in this 10 to like 13 range, for a while. Um, they got ninth, and I put them 17th, so that's what 8 points that I have to add. Um, yeah, 17 minus 9, 8. The hope is don't get over 100. I think that's kind of the hope. I don't really know what's like a good score, but I think not over 100 is like a good score.
I got a comment from a Brentford fan about how good they were. Brother, you're garbage. You're not good.
Okay,
You're gonna
I'm
lose.
just
That
gonna.
brother isn't even showing up to
Fuck,
training.
I'm
He
an
doesn't
idiot.
even
All
want to
right,
be at
I'm
that
just gonna
club.
skip over
You
that
lost
because
your good
what the
manager, who's
fuck am I
actually
talking
good,
about?
and you're gonna see why I have Spurs on this list. Uh,
Wait,
good
what did I
Wisa. That
put?
brother isn't even showing up to training. He doesn't even want to be at that club. You lost your good manager, who's actually good, and you're gonna see why I have Spurs on this list.
Oh,
Uh,
no.
and your signings have not been great. Like Coyote is a good signing. He's on loan. He's not prem proven. He's a Serie A player who is good in systems, and your manager is named Keith, bro. Like I don't trust you. I
Bro,
need
I'm
you to
actually a
focus on
fucking idiot.
your guys'
I'm
management.
actually a fucking
You
idiot.
guys aren't great.
What does that
Um,
even mean?
I don't
He's
like
named
you.
Keith.
Brentford,
So he's
you're
shit. Like
17th.
what? What am I talking
You're
about?
really not that good. 16th, I got Wolves.
Yo, I actually kind of cooked. I mean, they got 20th, but bro, their shit. Everyone knows their shit. This is what? They got 20th and I predicted them 16th, so that's what, 4 points? That's not even horrible, bro. We're at 29 right now, by the way. We're at 29 points. So, I mean, 16th Wolves, I knew they were gonna be shit. Um, but I thought they were gonna do this every season where they get like 20th or 19th, and then halfway through the season they sack their manager and they stay up, which they did last season. They sacked their manager. I think it was Gary O'Neill, who I think manages Strasbourg right now. Gary O'Neill sacked his ass, got Victor Pereira, and then they sacked Victor Pereira. Victor Pereira went to Nottingham Forest, and then I don't even know who they got now. But yeah, Wolves, that team is just really fucking garbage. You know what's crazy is that like West Ham got relegated. I think West Ham is probably going to be next. Like if I had to guess, like my own logic, um, West Ham got relegated, and there's a lot of talk about like what teams are going to take what players. Where's Somerville going to go? Where's Jared Bowen going to go? Where's Mavropanos going to go? Where's Mateus Fernandez going to go? Where are all these actually decent players going to go? And then Wolves got relegated, and no one's talked about them. I don't even know. They got Ayoka Dade, and they got Wolf, whatever his name is, and they got João Gomez, who's actually pretty good. And that's it. Same with Burnley. Honestly, I haven't heard a single, maybe a Steve, but like he didn't even have that great of a season. He was a good transfer, but he didn't have that great of a season. Like nobody's talked about these two teams and like what players are gonna go where because nobody fucking cares. They're all horrible. Like they're all so bad. Um, but besides the point, I was pretty like everyone knew Wolves were gonna be bad. I just thought if I didn't have the looming idea of all the teams that got promoted getting relegated, I probably would have had them in the relegation zone.
This
I'm gonna
team
be honest.
is
Them
also
and
not that
Brentford
great.
does not look
They
good.
lost a lot of players over this transfer window, notably Mateus Cunha
oh
and
yeah,
Nouri, who were
lost
really
Cunha and
good for
I
them.
know I forgot about
But
that.
honestly, if they had the manager they had like in the beginning of last season, because they replaced their manager, if they had that manager, I'd probably be putting them in relegation. But their manager is actually very good right now. I
It's
actually
not
think he's a
great.
really good underrated manager.
I'm talking about Vitor
And
Pereira, I'm pretty
15th, I
sure.
got West Ham. I
Yeah,
was
that
actually
makes
going to put
sense.
this team
15th West
7th.
Ham. They got 18th, I'm pretty sure. So that's only 3 points. Wait, 3 points. Sorry. Um, yeah, I mean, pretty accurate. Nothing really to say here. Oh, we all know West Ham shit. Um, I just thought they weren't going to be that horrible. I thought they were going to be better. And honestly, by the end of the season, like they weren't really that bad. Like they really weren't. They were a formidable opponent, and they were way better than Spurs for a lot of the season. It's just Spurs they got a bit
Good
more
team. But
lucky.
then I
Um,
watched the
and
game.
Deserby really like
I'm not going to
they.
pull it up
He
right now
kind
on
of
my
like put
phone,
that
but
team to shape.
I
Like
watched
I
their
feel like they had a
game
lot more
against
drive
Bournemouth, the
to
preseason
not be relegated.
game. It was like 2-0
God,
or something.
where is
And
Spurs?
they
Where
looked pretty
where is
decent. I mean, they
Chelsea? I
lost.
really am
They
nervous
were
when I
not.
put Chelsea.
They lost to or well, they
Where is
won, but like they didn't
Spurs?
look better than Bournemouth.
Where
Bournemouth definitely looked
is
better than them, even
what
though
are
they
the
lost
teams were
Hoyson
shit this year?
and Kerkez, and they're probably going to lose Varney. Bournemouth looked
Where
better than them, but they
where's
actually looked
Everton?
pretty decent. I actually really
Because
rate their
Everton Loki
manager, and
didn't
I
do that
think their
well.
players are
Like they
good.
have a good
I just
team,
think this
but
was a
their
really
transfers
bad
like are
season
not
for
great.
them before, and I think the signings they made were decent.
Where is Crystal
Uh,
Palace? Crystal
like
Where is Nottingham
signing
Forest? That's
talking
actually
okay
scary.
pens. I have you really big Bournemouth fan.
Bournemouth. I literally said I'm a Bournemouth fan. I fucking love Bournemouth. Honestly, if there was a team in the Prem that like if I like was held at gunpoint and you can't support Chelsea anymore, I would actually support Bournemouth. Because brother, I love the Bournemouth squad. I love their team. I love their manager, even though Areola is probably gonna leave. I love their manager. I love their project. I think they have high ambitions. I love Bournemouth, bro. I love Bournemouth, and I put them at fucking 14th. I mean, this makes sense. They lost like their three. I mean, they lost like their entire back line. They lost Kerkez, Hoyson, Kepa, and Zabarni. They lost like their entire back line, and they replaced it with Senesi. Well, Senesi was already at the club, and he's very good, but I don't think he should be getting like that much of a he's a free transfer. It's a market opportunity, and Diatake or some shit. He was like from Lille or something. He was decent this year. Um, I just didn't know that attacking talent was going to be so good. You know what's crazy is though, last year they played very like defensively because their talent was in the defensive like region. And then this year, even though they get a lot of draws, I feel like they play a lot more attacking wise. But I think that's because their attacking talent this year is just that good. Ryan and Krupi are very good. Tavernier is very solid. Even Nielsen's a solid Premier League striker. Cliver, I mean, he hasn't played much this season, but he's like a great cam. Last season, he had a great season. Yeah, I just love Bournemouth. I will not be making this. I probably will because they're going to be playing in Europe next season. They got sixth, so this would be a +8 because I predicted them 14th. We are only what is this? This is 6 + 1. We are 7 spots in. We're not even halfway through. I'm at 40,
I was
so
pocket
that's not
watching
good.
them last season because they had players like Zavarni, Hoyson, Kerkez, Ivan Nielsen. I think.
All right, here we go. I'm just
Though
gonna
if they made better
skip over
signings,
because
I
I
probably would have
basically
had them
said
higher.
everything now
I do really like this
to
team.
14th. I
13th, I
put
have Fulham.
Fulham 13th. Let's see where they're at. I think they did better. They did 11th. So, I mean, same idea basically. It's just a +2. It's not that bad. Um, Good team, very good team. I actually like the transfers they're making recently. I think Josh King, he's not a transfer. I think he's a youth academy. He's very good, but I really like Kevin. I really like the Oscar Bob transfer. Um, I really like the team. I think the project's good. I think the manager is great, but I don't see them striving for like these top spots. I really don't. They barely spent any money. I remember this season or like the beginning of this season, like the summer transfer window, they signed like nobody. They actually didn't sign a single player, which was crazy.
Fulham.
But they got
Fulham,
11th,
I don't really
like
trust
they
in the
got one
project. I'm
spot
going to be
below
honest.
Chelsea.
I think their manager is very good.
Fucking,
They,
I actually hate
they're
Chelsea,
doing
bro. I
very
don't know if
well
you
this
guys know this.
season, and they recently got
I
promoted
actually
a
fucking
couple of
hate
years ago.
Chelsea. Okay.
Everything they're going.
Okay, I
On the
put
high for some
Everton
people.
12th. Where did they end up? They ended up 13th. So that's just a +1. Again, nothing crazy. Uh Wait. Okay, we're good. Everton, they had a decent transfer window. I mean, like Tyler Dibbling, not good. Tyreek George, he looked better around the end of the season, but for a January transfer, it's not great. I think they bought Malik Fofana, or wait, yeah, the dude from Lyon, I think. Um, I'm gonna be honest, I haven't been keeping up. Uh, Tierno Berry is okay. I think he'll do better next season, but this season wasn't great. The team is just really solid. Like Joe Gardner. KDH, Kieran Dewsbury Hall. Really good transfer. Jack Grealish, I mean, it's a loan. So it's not, he looked a lot better in the beginning of the season, but then later he kind of trailed off. Yeah, it's a great team. I just don't rate the transfers at all. And I'll probably have them around here
I
next
actually
season.
really, really like what Everton are doing. Really, and which is really, really good. Their manager is really, really good. He's just basically a better version of Sean Dyche. Yeah, great team, great team. I really rate them, so I put them 12th.
I think that's fair.
11th, I have Crystal
Crystal
Palace.
Palace. I should have known because of Europe. That team is not deep at all. I put them 11th, and they were 15th, so that's a +4. Um, yeah, that was not good at all. I thought the project would keep going. I thought the team was very good, and they were not. And Europe really cooked them. I'm gonna be honest because brother, I mean, they lost to Strasbourg first. I mean, they lost to Liam Rosinier Strasbourg, but they lost to Strasbourg. I'm pretty sure Strasbourg got first actually in the table for the Conference League. Um, but yeah, it was just kind of embarrassing season for them. Not great. Mateta got injured. Strand Larson, I don't think is that great of a player. I don't remember any signings they made, but they lost Eze. They lost, obviously lost, or they didn't lose Mateta, or they signed Brendan Johnson as well in January. I don't know. I really have no opinion about Crystal Palace. Let's just see what I
I
said.
would have actually put them higher. I actually really like the Crystal Palace team. I really like the project. Uh,
Okay,
they lost, or they're gonna lose Eze probably to Arsenal. I don't know when it will happen, but they'll probably lose Eze, and
true.
I don't really know what attacking force they have to replace that or to do better than that. I mean, they have
And they kind of
what's his name?
dead
They
Sar,
have
who's
Mateta, who is their striker, but he needs someone to link with him. He can't just do everything on his own. So I have them 11th right now. They did decent last season. They started
true.
off
The,
the
the
season
attack.
very
Oh, they have
poorly,
Yeremy Pino
and
as
then
well.
they
They
got a
signed
lot
him, who was
better.
really good.
But I don't know. I have them 11th. I don't really see them doing too much this season. Yeah. 10th, I have Brighton. Brighton.
This is honestly not bad. Out of like the mid-table clubs of like Bournemouth, Fulham, Everton, Crystal Palace, and Brighton, and there's probably a couple other ones I'm forgetting. Um, those are like Brighton. I think I predicted to do the best, so that's very interesting. I had them 10th, and the actual table was 8th, so that's only a +2, which is very good for me. So again, we're halfway through the point, and I'm at 49. So, but I'm gonna be honest. Like I know I have Spurs and Nottingham Forest up here, and that's gonna fucking cook my ass. Yeah, I mean, I had basically a good prediction of Brighton. I think the team, no matter who they sell, they're always gonna be signing new players from random ass countries. Like, I wouldn't be shocked if like they signed 3 players for 30 mil each and like Angolia or something. I don't even know, or Libya or South Sudan or whatever. Um, that the marketing or not the marketing. What is it called? The fucking what is the term, bro? What is the term? The scouting, there we go. The scouting is so good. It's probably the best in the entire league. Maybe tied with Bournemouth or Brentford. Just, really, really good. I don't know. I don't got much to say. Put them 10th. Very, very good team.
Always
I
do
mean, let's just
good.
hear what
I
I
think a
said.
lot of they've had a great transfer window. They bought De Kuiper. They
True.
bought some other players that I don't even know, but because I know Brighton are, just have the best scouting team. I know they're going to be good.
True. They have like the
Got
AI. They
they're a
have like
great
an
team. They
AI,
did lose
like,
João Pedro,
I
who
don't even
looking
know.
at Chelsea did seem like not a big loss, but a big gain for Chelsea. Again, I'm a Chelsea fan. I always got to say that. It's just
God,
prideful for
I'm
me.
looking at this old video. I'm like, that's not
Brian,
even the same person. Like, I
they
am
look decent. They
fucking
look good.
fat
I
again.
I don't have much
Still
to say
fat.
about them.
But
They
this dude
spent
is
Baleba, who I think
fucking
is an incredible
fat,
CDM.
bro.
I
Like,
think
that's
he could
crazy,
eventually be
bro.
on the levels of like a
It's
Caicedo.
crazy.
I would love if Chelsea bought him.
Oh
Just
yeah,
saying.
Baleba horrible
Yeah,
this
this
season.
is a really
Ayati
good
looked
team. Become a good
way way
manager. He's a
better.
very young manager.
Pascal
He was really
Gross
good
looked
last season. Yeah, I really like him.
Grosh.
Top
I
10.
don't even know how you pronounce that.
After that, Nottingham Forest.
Oh fuck! You know what? That's not even horrible. I thought I did not look at this before the video, but I thought I put him seventh for some reason. I just like I'm thinking back to my memory. I put him seventh. That's a little bit better. Now, were they horrible? Yes, but at the beginning of the season when they had Nuno Espirito Santos, they actually looked pretty good. And then they got Ange Postecoglou, who actually ruined the team, like genuinely ruined it. And then they got Victor Pereira, then they got Sean Dyche, who was not looking good at all. And then they got Victor Pereira, I think, or maybe it was the other way around. I don't know. They got Victor Pereira, and he's been really good. Like he's been solid. I really like the team of Nottingham Forest. I put them ninth, and it was actually 16th. So that's a +7. Yeah, that's not horrible. God, that's a +7 on my fucking head. Yeah, I don't know. I don't got much to say here. Besides, they were low key ass this season. And I know,
made
I
a
remember, I
video on
never
like
thought
the
they'd get
early prem
relegated, but
predictions,
it
and I put them
was
at
low key
fifth.
scary. It was honestly
Window.
pretty scary.
Morgan Gibbs White.
You know what's crazy is I should have told this story. Uh, I have two friends who, or I don't like, they're not really like my friends, but I know these two guys and they're best friends with each other. One is a Spurs fan and the other's a Nottingham Forest fan. And there was a point in the season where it looked like it was between two teams, and those two teams were Spurs and Nottingham Forest. And so their friendship was dead ass tested. Again, both teams stayed up. It was actually West Ham who went down, but their friendship was dead ass tested because they were like they couldn't talk about football with each other. They dead ass couldn't.
But he's being
Because there
held
was always
hostage
that
there.
fear that was like,
Their
bro, one of our teams is
manager,
gonna get
Nuno
fucking
Espirito
relegated.
Santos, I think his name is. Very, very good manager. I trust him. Their owner, even though he seems a bit crazy.
Yeah, and they kept a lot of
Yeah,
players. Honestly, I don't honestly, bro, Nottingham Forest are a wild card next season. Because brother, they're gonna lose. They're probably gonna lose Morgan Gibbs White and Elliot Anderson, who are their two best players, easily. Easily, easy. And they'll probably lose Murillo. Who are they gonna replace it with? I don't know. And then you lose like your three big stars and you're already in 16th. I actually might have them relegated next season.
really,
I'm gonna
really
be
good
honest.
team. I
And
don't see him dropping off
Victor
too
Pereira's
much
second season, I
this
don't know
season.
how it's gonna
I was
look.
actually
Okay. Newcastle eighth. Let's see where they actually are. They're 12th. Okay, I actually knew a lot of people were having Newcastle higher. This is what a +4. Um, I thought they were going to do bad. I knew they were going to do bad because of Europe and because they were not able to replace Isak that well. Okay, and that is your start striker, that is your superstar, and he literally forces himself out of the team in the most disrespectful way possible. And so I knew they were going to do bad in the Prem. I just didn't think it would be this bad. I remember there was points in the season where they're like 14th, 15th. Okay. I did not think they would do that bad, but I knew they were not going to do great. I saw people putting them top 4 and shit. That's crazy, especially because it was basically confirmed Isaac was going to leave. So I don't know. I thought that was a bit crazy, but that's not good. But yeah, I really just don't rate Newcastle. And honestly, next season, I mean, they just lost Anthony Gordon. I'm literally filming this the day of. Literally came out. Fabrizio Mato, Kung Fu Mato official. Here we go. Anthony Gordon to Barcelona. So, by the way, low key a mid transfer of Barcelona. You're paying 80 mil when you need like 3 center backs, but that's a conversation for a different day. Yeah. Newcastle, fucking
Thinking about swapping Newcastle and Nottingham Forest. Newcastle have been awful this transfer window. I got to be honest. The
true,
only player they signed is Anthony Alenga. A lot of their
true.
players want
Who's
to
low
leave.
key
Isak
been
wants to leave.
Loki,
What,
he's
you're going
been
to sign
like
Benjamin Sesko, who
Garnacho
I
shit,
think is going to
which
need a
is
year
kind of
for like a
crazy to
depth.
say.
Plus, you're playing Champions League football, which you're definitely going to want to focus on. So I don't see
True.
this team doing good at all. I have them in eighth right now. They might go far in the Champions League, but they're going to have to
They did not.
sacrifice
They
a
got
bit because
round
the
of
main
16,
idea
7-2.
of this transfer league was
Well, we
supposed
got
to
like
get depth, and they
8-2
don't have it
by
right now.
fucking PSG,
So I
but
think
whatever.
they're
It's
really,
okay.
really going
PSG
to
are
fall
gonna
off
win
this
the fucking
season. I
Champions
have
League.
them
We're
eighth.
gonna. I'm gonna
Yeah,
celebrate.
they have no
Honestly,
excuse.
I gotta tell you guys this. I dead ass might cry if PSG win the Champions League. Because I don't know if you guys know, I'm actually a PSG and Chelsea fan and a Napoli fan. I support all 3 clubs basically equally. I just talk about Chelsea more because they play in the Prem, and and that's like the biggest league in the world. That's the league that everyone does videos on. So I want to do videos on the Prem, but I support all 3 teams equally. If PSG win the fucking Champions League, which I'm really nervous, I will cry. And I will do a reaction on maybe not stream, but I will probably do. Actually, I don't even think I can stream, but
Preseason
I
either.
will do a
I don't
reaction.
think they've looked very good. Seventh, I mentioned.
That's not horrible. That's not horrible. What, they got third? That's another +4, I think. Let me check. Yeah, they got third. I thought they were gonna get Europe. I just didn't know if they were gonna get Champions League football. And this was assuming Ruben Amorim was staying. Michael Carrick changed their fucking life. I'm gonna be honest. Changed the entire team environment. Came in and I thought it was just gonna be like a little honeymoon phase. The Newcastle game was kind of scary. And then they're still been good. Next season, though, there's some questions because, Michael Carrick, he's not a manager to take you to a top 4 every season. I don't think. It really depends on the transfers and everything else. But yeah, Manchester United, very, very good season from them. The team's very good. Again, there's a lot of holes in that team, but the star power is there. Yeah, I don't know. I think they're very good. I
United.
think
I
Michael
am
Carrick's
a
agenda is changing their life.
100% Manchester United hater. I do not like Manchester United at all. But I
True.
have them seventh. I
Fuck
think they're
Manchester.
a
I
decent
really
squad.
do not like
They're
Manchester United.
having
But
incredible signings. Mateus
what are you
Cunha,
gonna do?
Brandon Buemo. They might just sign a goalkeeper. What's his
Lamans,
name?
who's actually been
Donnarumma.
decent,
But we'll
been
see.
good.
I think he's a
I'm
great.
just gonna skip.
Ballon
Oh,
d'Or.
that's fucking horrible. Wow, that is bad. I really thought Thomas Frank was the fucking promised land, huh? Let's just listen to what I was gonna say, and then I'll talk about my
I actually
opinion or
really,
whatever.
really like this team right now. I think they're just kind of
Oh,
plagued with
that's
injuries, and they were playing a really, really high line, and all their players that are good in the high line were injured, so they were obviously failing at that. They were just leaking in goals under Ange. But they got Thomas Frank, who is basically just a better version of Ange. He plays a high line, but he's like more in like the middle of it, like it's not as
oh,
high, and he's able to
that's
adapt
fucking horrible,
against the
huh?
team he's playing at. I actually really, really like him as a manager. They're signing good players. They signed Mohamed Kudus. They have some other good players as well. I've been watching them in preseason. They've been decent. Yeah,
What is this? They got what 17th? So that's a +11. Holy shit. Oh my, we're at 75 right now. Holy, oh, just dropped like a fucking Pepsi can and I got some soda on my hands. Um, I was literally just talking about I'm not a fat ass and there's like fucking 2 Pepsi cans or Diet Pepsi actually. Yeah, Spurs are they were shit this year. I was really hoping they get relegated. Not because I'm even a Spurs hater. I don't even hate Spurs. I just want something crazy to happen. I like Arsenal winning the league. I just thought it was a boring like storyline. I don't really like I hate Arsenal, but this was a pretty anticlimactic year. If they won like with 90 points or something and won extremely convincingly, I would have been like, this is a good storyline season. Obviously, I hate it because Arsenal win the fucking league, but it's like a good storyline. But they kind of just limped their way to the win, and then Spurs just were shit, but it didn't amount to anything. It was like y'all were just shit for no reason. So we'll see how next year does. I don't know where I'm gonna have them. I might literally just put them 11th so I can discount the amount I lose. Because like if they're first, that's a plus 10. But if they're 20th, that's like a minus. I don't even what like a minus 9 or a plus 9. So that's like that's risk management. You know what I mean? That's probably what will happen next year. Um, yeah, that's a fucking horrible prediction. But bro, everyone kind of had that prediction. I'm gonna be honest. Like if we're gonna go through channel online and everyone on Twitter or whatever looking on the predictions, bro, everyone had them fucking high. Okay, so
Really, really
that's
good
not
team.
crazy.
I have them
That's
a
really not
really big
crazy.
bump up, and I think they'll do well in Champions League.
Let's just
Europa
go to the
League,
next one.
Conference League.
Y'all gonna tell me I'm the fucking goat. I fucking knew Aston Villa would do good this season. I fucking knew it. Now, what is there to say? They got fourth. I should have won that fucking prediction because Man City lost the final day and Liverpool tied. And Aston Villa were like fifth for like kind of a lot of the season. Well, actually, they were third for a lot of the season. But I knew that's a +2, by the way. Or no, +1, my bad. I almost added points that I shouldn't have. I fucking knew Aston Villa were gonna get Champions League football. I immediately knew. One, Unai Emery is going to win the Europa League no matter what. He can run whatever team he wants to. I really didn't think rotation was an issue. I actually liked a lot of their transfers. A lot of those young players that they bought last season that didn't really pay off, I knew were going to pay off. I knew Morgan Rogers was going to be world class this season. I knew Onana was going to be insane. Buendia had a really good season. McGinn had a really good season. Emi Martinez mid-season. Konza had an incredible season for his standards. Pau Torres had a great season. A lot of their players had great, great seasons. And yeah, I knew that team was gonna be really good. I knew everything was gonna start clicking. That's because I'm the fucking Oracle. Now, don't look at Nottingham Forest. Don't look at Spurs. Don't look at Man United. Don't look at Sunderland. Don't look at West Ham. Don't look at Bournemouth. Don't look at any of those teams. But if you look at Aston Villa, bro, I'm the fucking GOAT. By the way, Chelsea hasn't shown up
I
yet.
don't even
So
know. No
I'm a bit
Champions League
terrified.
football. I think they're in Europa League. The team is really, really good. Kept their manager. Didn't really lose anybody. They might lose Audie Watkins, but I really doubt it.
Ollie Watkins
This
had a
team is really,
okay
really
season.
good. I still think they have some good players like Amadou Onana, not Andre, bro. Amadou Onana,
Oh, my name's not
I
Andre, bro.
still
That's
really, really
such a
rate. I've
funny
rated him
video.
since his ever.
Cause okay, that video is so funny because Onana knows he's getting him the reporter or whatever is getting him confused with the goalkeeper. He knows. He's just fucking with him. He's just like, my name's Andre, bro. Like, why would you even like connect though? Like, why would you think my name's Andre? Like, he knows. He's thinking of the other like Onana.
13 days. I think he's still a good player. They're
He's
keeping
just
Morgan
fucking with him.
Rogers, who
All right,
has
whatever. It
an
doesn't
insane
matter.
amount. They won't miss out on Champions League. National Arsenal hater.
Oh, whoa. That's not even horrible. You know what? That's not even horrible. The thing is, I really thought they were going to go far in CL, which they did. I was not convinced with the transfers. I thought Eze was an okay transfer. It was like, I don't think he would have worked at left wing. And they didn't really play him at left wing. They played him more at cam. I was not convinced by Madueke at all. You paid like 60 mil for a backup right winger, and he did. He had a mid-season. You know what pisses me off? You know what actually pisses me off? Every time Madueke is like he did an interview or whatever. Or someone asked him a question, being like, "Did you know that you were gonna win trophies at Arsenal?" And he was like, "Yeah, absolutely. That's why I left. That's why I left my previous club because I knew they would actually win trophies." Brother, you were probably worse at Arsenal than you were for Chelsea. I'm gonna be honest. Like you were probably one of the worst players on your team, and the side of the pitch or like the phase of the pitch, which is offense, you were shit at, and Arsenal don't have a great offense. Like like how do I explain this? Like Chelsea, we have a really bad defense, but I think Robert Sanchez had a decent season. Levi Colwell came back and he looked really good. Reece James had a great season. Cucurella had a great season. Like, you look at those players and you're like, yeah, the defense is shit, but those players still had a good season. And because that phase of the pitch is so fucking ass, players can like be highlighted because they're playing with worse players, so they're gonna look better. Even when you're in a shit phase of the pitch for Arsenal, you look like shit. Like you and Trossard and Martinelli all looked like shit, and Gyökeres. All were not good this season. Not, I don't care how many goals Gyökeres fucking scores. The guy looks like he can't walk. It genuinely looks like this guy, like it looks like his eyes go this way. He like can't see anything else around him. All he can do is hold up. Not like, and even then, he's not great. I remember the one time he actually had a good performance, besides like fucking fodder. Like I think Burnley had a good performance. Atletico Madrid, he had a great performance against Atletico Madrid because all he was doing was putting his back to the defenders, beefing up, and passing it to like Odegaard or whoever was playing, or like Saka. That's all he was doing. And in the Prem, you can't do that because the center backs are actually good. So Madueke, fucking horrible season. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Arsenal got
I
fourth.
fucking hate this club with all my heart. You
I
guys are not getting
fucking hate this club.
really focused on
Oh
these two
god. Okay. Now this isn't even that bad of a prediction. If we kept Enzo Maresca, we probably would have got like sixth or like seventh or whatever. But we got fucking 10th. Okay, that's a +7 on my fucking head. We're at 86. I think it's impossible because the other two teams are obviously Man City and Liverpool. So, I think it's impossible for you to get 100 points, which is good. Uh, yeah, Chelsea, horrible season. There's some standouts. João Pedro had a fantastic season. I knew he was going to be great. Um, who else had a great season? Honestly, that's kind of it. Enzo Fernandez had a great season. Reece James had a great season. Caicedo had an okay season. He started off really, really well, and then he like kind of got mid, and then he was costing us points, and then he came back and started looking good, but he had a very inconsistent season. Um, Andre Santos looked okay. He wasn't as fantastic as I thought he was going to be, but he had some good performances. Cucurella had a great season. I think he actually like cemented himself as like one of the best. I'll say a top 10 left back in the world. May like fringe top 5. I think Nuno Mendes is better. I think who else? I think I mean, if you even count him, but I think DiMarco is better. I think Calafiori is better. Honestly, after that though, it might be him. If you count João Cancelo, maybe as well, because he looked really good this season. But other than that, really, the entire team was really, really bad. Our center back, we had a huge center back issue. Mamadou Sarr came from loan, played like 2 games, and then never played a game ever again. Achampong, for some reason, just like never got game time ever. Chaloba, Tosin, Badiashile, Fofana, bro. That guy's fucking horrible. I like really like get him out of my club, please. Levi Cole came back and he looked good, but it's not enough. Robert Sanchez had a good season, definitely like really improved, but still like it's not good enough. Like if you have a goalkeeper costing you points, you need to get a better goalkeeper. You need to. And Mike Penders, like he's good, but I really want to get like an established like Mike Magnon. I really want to get a Mike Magnon, good on the ball, great shot stopper. Later in the season, he kind of been looking like shit. But early in the season, he looked like the best keeper in the world. So, I would love to get a goalkeeper left wing. That it's just so fucking horrible. It's genuinely like a fucking black hole at left wing. Like you pass the ball to the left side of the pitch, and it goes nowhere. It goes to the other team. Like there's like it's like we're playing with 10 men every game. Pedro Neto at left wing was not good, and I can't even fault Pedro Neto. Obviously, he's been shit this season, but I can't even fault him because he's been playing left wing for a lot of this season. You know, so I can't even like you're not even that. Is not that's not even his pivotal position. Oh, excuse me. Jamie Gins, he looked good in a couple of games, but obviously he's not ready. Garnacho looked fucking horrible. Um, Honestly, I kind of wish Jesse Derry played most of our left wing games. I don't give a fuck if he's like 16 years old or 18 or whatever old he is. I think he should be playing most of those games because at least that's a problem talent that you can go and maybe he becomes world class someday, or maybe you can sell him and you can get a huge influx of cash and be able to buy all these new players because you sold a youth academy talent. Whatever. It's we're gonna get Xabi Alonso. There's a lot of work that needs to be done. I think we'll be better than 10th, but I don't think we'll be that great. Sadly,
You're not getting higher than Chelsea. What I think will happen is Arsenal will really focus on the CL final, or like the CL. They might make the final. I think it's definitely possible. I'm predicting right now, Arsenal, they're gonna go trophy this season, and they're gonna stack Arteta. I'm predicting it right now. This mentality of it's a project cannot fucking work at this club. You are too big for that fucking mentality. Your players are not great. Like a lot of your players don't even want to be there anymore. Zubimendi, I think, is a great player. I don't think he's that big of an upgrade as some
Zubimendi
of
was not a good
Chelsea.
signing. Well, he
Uh,
was a good signing.
your
He was in great one
defenders
though.
are looking good, but some of them are a bit injury prone. And there's stuff about like where they're gonna play. Madueke, as a Chelsea fan, I'm saying this awful signing, genuine awful signing. You're gonna have to
That's true.
Arteta's gonna
That's
have to
I'm
pull
spitting
some
facts.
fucking voodoo magic shit of putting like I don't even know. Saka at cam, Madueke as striker, Gyökeres left winger. I don't even know what the fuck's gonna.
Okay,
That's right
why
winger, right winger. I
why
don't
would
even
that
know
even
what the
happen?
fuck's gonna
Just put
happen.
Madueke right
This
wing,
team is
play
not
go
going to
get a
be good
striker, and then play
next year. They're
Trossard.
really not.
Bro, why am I
Even
thinking that
Forest,
Trossard's not
they're
gonna
not
get a
going to be
single
great.
fucking minute? And
Gyökeres is going to
Madueke,
get like
Martinelli.
15 goals in the Prem. He's really not going to do that much over Kai Havertz. Yeah, I have you guys. But I do think he'll go far in Champions League. I could see a
Why
final.
am I
So
talking about
we'll
Arsenal
put
when I have
genuine.
Chelsea
Oh, I
here?
didn't even talk about Chelsea.
All right. Oh, and then I showed Man City. All right, Man City second. I think this was right on the money, actually. Let me check. Yeah, Man City second, right on the money. Yeah, of course. Because who would have got third? Or who would have got second? Fucking Aston Villa? Like, no. So I don't have to add anything for this. I knew Man City were going to be good. I knew there was going to be a title race. I didn't think they'd win it, though. Pep's last season. I mean, we can just show it now. I think I knew Liverpool were going to get first. I mean, that transfer window just looked insane. I thought Frimpong would be a great sign. The thing is, though, everyone's counting out Liverpool for next season. But if you look at Liverpool's history, a lot of their signings don't really start getting good, like really showing their stuff until the second and third season. So I expect Liverpool to be insane next season. But that's just because it really takes, like, for some reason, for Liverpool, just in their history as a club, it takes a minute to like really like get their signings to like settle. So Liverpool got what, fifth, I think. So that's a +4. So we ended, if this is a football season, it would be great. We ended with 90. So I don't know how good that is. I'm gonna check some other YouTube videos and I'm gonna see where their predictions were, and see what they were at. I don't think 90 is horrible. These are some decent predictions. Next video, I'm gonna react to my. I think I did a tier list about what were the best transfers or whatever, and I will probably react to that one. And yeah, I mean, God, look at this pure dog. Remember back when we were doing this shit, bro? 3-0. Do you remember when we were still doing that? 3 fucking nil against Barcelona, bro. Holy shit. We are so goaded. Or we were so goaded. And yeah, I mean, that's going to be the end of the video. I don't got much else to say. Thank you for watching. And I'll see y'all next time.